It's been 6 months since the last GamePlay GamePass, and now Starfield is out. Bam, bam, bam. And we're back to talk about it.
How much time have you had to play Starfield so far?
Let's have a look. I think you can check it somehow. I've probably not played it very long at all. If I've got it on now on my monitor, so let's have a look.
Can you see my
So-
time as well?
If I go load, I've played it for 2 hours 40 minutes.
Okay, so this is going to be an in-depth review-ish type thing then, the whole
Yeah.
2 hours.
Well, I've started a new job, so I've been in the office quite a lot.
Can you see my...
I'm just trying to have a look now. I think there is a way.
I think I may have played more than you.
I think
for
you
once.
have. Let's have a look. I'm comparing.
Poo.
You played it for 8 hours 43 minutes.
Ooh, wow, that's like a whole day's shift of Starfield.
Yeah. There are some people that have completed it already.
Yeah?
I literally don't understand how people have so much time to
Yeah.
put hundreds of hours into a game that was released on Wednesday last week.
Yeah.
Like, do people just not have a family or a social life or a job?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I've
That's what
literally
it
played
is.
it pretty much every evening since it's been out, and I've not got anything done. I've not got any programming done. I've not got any video editing done. Nothing.
Yeah, I haven't got much done on the game.
What were your first impressions?
I mean, it's what impressions can you have after 2 hours in a game that's going to have like 200 hours of content? I'm basically like 1% of the way.
Yeah, that's why I thought it'd be interesting to get your viewpoint on like just the first bit, because like in Oblivion, when you start in the prison and you go through that first bit and you go through, then you talk to Patrick Stewart, don't you? And he gives you his
Yeah,
thing, and then he dies, and then
septum
you go
thing,
out
and
into the world. Yeah,
yeah,
you're sort of like I'm guessing that's sort of like the bit that you've just done.
yeah. So I've done the beginning tutorial bit because the beginning is basically a tutorial,
Yeah,
and then I've done the bit where you have to get to Crete,
yeah.
the first moon, and I'm still there. I've done the mission that I was supposed to do, but as with Oblivion and Skyrim and all the Fallouts, if I see anything on my compass that hasn't been explored yet, I'll go there, whether it's to do with the mission or not. So when I play
That's not very
Skyrim,
good in Starfield.
yeah,
You're going to be
yeah,
on that planet forever.
I know. So yeah, when I play like games like Skyrim, I'm meant to go to Whiterun, but on my way to Whiterun, there's about 20 different places to visit. But when I get close to one place, another 5 pop up, and it's just a never-ending journey. Yeah, I'm liking it. I've become over encumbered way too much, so all of my skill points so far have been going into that.
Oh yeah, I keep getting over encumbered. I don't know. I don't understand. Can you increase your skill? I don't know how to do any of that stuff.
So you press start, and you go to
Hmm.
skills, and you can unlock new skills,
Oh, okay.
and then you can
That's
rank
all the
up your
stuff that I'm bad
skills.
at games.
What, leveling up characters?
Yeah,
Just going to
because
run through the game of like level 1 stats.
that's what I've done the entire time I've been playing it so far.
Okay.
I wondered why like stuff was getting a bit hard. I saw it level up, and I thought it was doing it automatically, but
Like on Oblivion, you had to go to sleep and then you'd level up.
yeah.
Yeah, but on
So you
this, you
go to
just press
sleep
the
on
start button.
Starfield. Oh,
Just
okay.
press the start button, and I think it's like the top right part of the circle, and it says skills,
Okay.
and then you can just
Oh,
level up. So there's so many to unlock, but when you unlock one, you then get a challenge, and when you complete that challenge to do with that skill, it unlocks like the next rank for you to upgrade.
Okay.
So I'm working my way through the carry limit one at the moment because I'm a hoarder. I walk around all these places. I'm like, oh, a notepad worth 5 credits. I'll buy that and sell that later. Oh, a desk fan. I'll carry that and sell that later.
I have like all the weapons. It's like, oh, this type of gun. It's like you've got 20 of them because I just every time I kill someone, I just take everything. And I've like my carry limit is 135, and I've got
Yeah,
like
that's
I think I've had like 500 and something weight.
you can give stuff to the robot as well.
No,
If you talk to the
you can give
robot, you
stuff
can
to the
give
rope.
him. If you talk to the robot, you can give the robot items to carry, and then it takes it out of your limit.
I didn't know
And then they're always on his inventory.
that. Ugh. I was trying to find out in the like. Surely I've got this big ship. Can't I just store stuff in the ship? And I found a little bit next to the cockpit that you can put stuff in, but you can put like 10 things in there, and that's it.
Oh, I was looking for somewhere on the ship. I couldn't find anywhere.
Yeah, I was thinking like surely there should be some big chest or locker or something that I can just dump everything in, fly somewhere, and
Yeah,
flog it all.
just give
And
it
then
to your
that's
robot
another
friend.
annoying thing. Uh, if I knew that, I would do, but I'll probably do that now. But yeah, because when I got back to like the main place in Alpha Centauri, you've not been there yet, so you won't know. But I got back to the main city. You can sell stuff like on this like
Yeah.
kiosk thing, but you can only sell a certain amount. It only has a certain amount of money, and I didn't realize that, and I wasn't paying attention. But it still lets you sell stuff for nothing. So I'm just going, yep, sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it. And at some point, I was sort of like looking at the screen, and I realized it was saying, "Oh, you won't get anything for selling this." And I'm like, "What?" And I realized it has like this limit. It's like 5,000, and that's it. Credits that you can get out of this machine selling stuff. And I was like, "Well, that's a pain in the ass."
Yeah, I found a vendor on Crete that I've been selling stuff to.
When you're on that moon, so I
Mm,
landed there, and I found like the facility place where the pirates were.
yeah.
Killed all the pirates there, and then was just wandering around aimlessly, not knowing what to do. And I was literally there for ages before I realized I had to go to like a very specific spot to activate the mission as such to like get the cutscene to happen to kill the pirate leader and stuff. I thought that was a bit annoying.
Oh, you killed the pirate leader.
Yeah. Have you not
Oh,
done that yet?
no, I persuaded him to leave me alone.
Really?
Yeah.
I wanted his stuff.
What do you remember what classes you picked at the start?
Oh, I didn't choose any.
Oh, you
They all
didn't
sounded
choose.
lame.
Oh, I
I was
choose
like, no,
one.
none.
I chose one that makes people want like I'm a wanted person. I'm like, yeah, I want to get into fights. But then the first opportunity to get into a fight, I'm like, no, leave me alone.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying it though.
I'm.
It's so
Yeah,
vast. There's so much and so like yeah.
I
There's a
wish
lot
it.
of
I wish they thought of a way to do it a little bit less complicated for my tiny, feeble, casual gaming brain.
yeah. But
Because
that's
there's all
just
this
because you're still
stuff.
stuck in the '90s.
I know, but there's all this stuff you can do. Like you said, like the whole leveling up thing. No idea about that. I just thought it came up thing. You're level 5, like on the side of the screen. I was like, oh sweet, I must be getting better at stuff. Completely forgot about there's that upgrade thing. There's like the ship. You can like take your ship apart and rebuild it together.
Yeah, I've seen
I
people
tried,
build like Millennium Falcons and stuff.
yeah. So I tried doing that, and then it was just like going, "Nah, your ship's broke, doesn't work. You've got errors." I'm like, "What? I've then tried to put it back together how it was originally. It was no, doesn't work." So I was like, "Oh," so just had to back out of it and try again. I tried it like 3 times. And every single time I bought parts to build a different type, it was just like, "Nope, it's broke. It won't fly."
Oh,
So I don't know what I'm doing there. And I think I've got a weird bug in my game because um my markers always say the wrong mission on them. So there's a guy who's in Alpha Centauri. There's a guy who stood next to a tree.
Yeah.
Okay, and when I'm on that planet, it has the little thing above him saying, "Talk to the scientist by the tree." Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I'm off doing this like another mission. I'm on like Mars in our solar system. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to a lift, and the lift highlights and it says, "Talk to the person by the tree." And I'm like, what? Doesn't
Have
make
you
any
not
sense.
have you not changed what mission you're
Yeah,
set to?
yeah, I've
Oh,
tried all that.
so you know how to do that, but you don't know how
Yeah, I
to
know.
level up.
I figured that out because of all my markers were saying the wrong thing, and then like my ship was saying about. I was like trying to get to my ship and I couldn't find where my ship had gone because what was highlighting on my ship was about buying a book. I was just like, what is going on? So like, I think there's like some sort of bug has happened where all my markers for the missions and things are all just jumbled and they just
Oh,
appear randomly. So I don't know what's what anymore. It's very irritating.
how
I
weird.
switched them all off, switched them all on, switched just one on. Like I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe someone else is having that problem. I
Who
don't know.
knows?
Maybe I'm just being stupid.
Maybe you are. Like you have a lot of modern games.
Yeah, you say it's modern. It feels very when you're just on a planet doing stuff. So like I've been on Mars in the mines,
Yeah.
and like you could just be playing Skyrim.
I was gonna say it feels very much like Skyrim.
Yeah,
Even the way like the characters walk up to you to talk to you
yeah,
is very Skyrim.
and just your movement and how you
Yeah.
interact with everything and whatnot. It's
I don't mind that though. I love Skyrim.
yeah, I like that. I hate it when they make this. It's hard to describe. There's like a weird over fluidity of movement in some like modern games that irritates me. I like the whole like just oh I'm rotating my character with a stick and looking around type movement. Whereas I think some of like the newer like Call of Duty games and stuff they try to make like a weird like I'm looking over here like weird sort of sway bouncy movement, don't they?
Yeah,
I'm
for
probably not
people.
explaining that.
Yeah, and people can't see your movements, but it was majestic.
Oh, thanks.
Put some ribbons in your hands. You'll be in the Olympics.
That's my impression of the fluid movement, which I dislike.
What did you name your character?
I named him Martin Riggs.
And did the robot say his name?
I don't know. Can't
Oh,
remember why.
I just named my character, and then when the robot starts talking to me, he's like, "Oh, hello, so and so." I'm like, "How did you?"
What did you call your character?
I created a female character because I'm always male characters, and I called her
You're always
Layla.
you're never male characters.
In Skyrim, I was
You're
always a
you're
male.
notorious for playing as women.
In in Streets of Rage, I play as the woman. What else?
Everything,
Who else do I play as
everything,
women?
on everything.
In
That
Street
was like
Fighter,
that was like Mark's running joke about you. Like when we were kids, you always play as a woman. What are you always play as a
in
woman for?
in Street Fighter, I'm Ryu and Ken. In Mortal Kombat, I play as Scorpion or Sub Zero.
Hmm.
What other games are there? In Soul Calibur, I play as Nightmare.
It's sort of a bit like a girl with long blonde hair.
In Skyrim, my first playthrough on Skyrim, I was a man.
Yeah.
Same for Oblivion and Fallout.
Did you make your woman character attractive on Skyrim, or did you make her like fat and dumpy?
I just leave it as default. I just make the hair extravagant.
Oh, okay.
So my character on Starfield's got like green hair. Yeah.
I made my guy look super 80s. I was flicking through like the presets, and uh, one of them looked like, um, ah, why's my brain gone blank?
Kurt Russell.
No, thingy who from Lethal Weapon who plays Martin Riggs,
Oh, Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson. I don't know why my brain just went. Bleh.
I thought would have tried to make him look like Big Trouble Little China guy. What's his
No,
name?
it's just because the default looked a bit like Mel Gibson and that. So I just like, and there's like the weird 80s mullet haircut. So I did that, changed his face a bit, gave him like the hoop earring in one ear, and every bit of wham going on there. So I'm like an 80s space cowboy.
Nice.
Yeah.
In Cyberpunk, I'm a man. Just thought of another game.
In real life, you're a man,
Let's not assume
like
genders,
most of the week.
except Friday nights. Yeah,
People are going to think that's true now.
yeah. But I can't really say too much on the game because I've only played 2 hours 40 minutes.
Yeah. What do you think
Because
of the like the weapons, like the gunplay and stuff?
it's fine. I think it's a slight improvement on Fallout 4, which was the last Bethesda game I played.
I was pleasantly surprised because I saw you play through Fallout 3 with like was the only other Bethesda game with guns I've seen anyone ever play.
Yeah,
Um, and I remember thinking, oh, I don't really like the fact that it's not like a proper first-person shooter. It was like the weird sort of like numbers coming out and whatnot, wasn't
yeah,
it? Whereas I was pleasantly surprised that Starfield just feels like you're playing Halo.
it does. Yeah, especially on those like planets that have like anti-grav or less gravity.
Yeah,
Gravity.
yeah. And not like rubbish Halo, not like Halo 4 onwards. I'm talking like Halo Reach and before Halo.
Yes, Bungie Halo.
Yeah. I've got a I've got like a space shotgun thing as well for
Oh,
my
okay.
character. Yeah.
I've got a pistol, the laser thing that you use to crack mines,
Yeah.
and then another single fire laser gun, and then a couple of machine guns, and a axe which I clobber some people with. I like the lock picking mechanic.
Oh, I didn't understand that to begin with.
Well, the amount of times I've backed out of a lock because I was like, well, this key doesn't fit in these holes. And then I realised you can press the
Yeah.
bumpers and cycle through different
Yeah.
ones. So I've wasted so many like lock picks just not
Yeah.
knowing.
I thought they were keys. I was like, oh, I don't have the right key.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm looking forward to getting into it more. A lot of people on like Twitter and stuff have been saying that it's a slow burner and it gets
Yeah.
like really good about 10 hours in.
I've actually not done. I did them. I've done the main bit so far as to get to the planet in Alpha Centauri and go to the lodge thing and sign myself up to be part of the group of that group of people. I don't know what they're called. And
Frontiers or
then
something.
something like that. Anyway, and then I detoured and walked into like this big building. And then this guy was like, "Hey, do you want to join the Vanguard people? We give you missions to go do stuff." And I was like, "Oh, sounds like a plan." Did that. Um, went off to this planet, and then there was like an alien, basically like a xenomorph alien, and I
Oh,
single-handedly took it out. And then I've gone on this massive side quest since then, and that's why I was that's why I was off in Mars, getting a getting a scientist guy and doing all sorts of stuff. That's like not the main mission. I don't think
there's
it's the
a
main mission anyway.
there's a creature on Crete that I'm on called a terraformer or something.
That's the thing.
And it kicks my ass every time I try and fight it, so I just run away.
Yeah, they're really hard.
Yeah, I
You should
think
kill it and
why?
get its because you get its like material from its body,
Hmm.
and then it does stuff.
Oh, stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what the story is about. The gist of what I've got from it so far is that basically there's these alien things called terramorphs that appear on planets that humans have settled after about 70 years, and no one knows where they come from or why they appear.
Oh,
And
okay.
there's all a big mystery around that.
Hmm.
So
Well,
I don't know if
look,
that's
because
like going to be part of the overarching story or whether that's just this side story that I'm
maybe it's
doing
like
right
a
now.
story of one of the factions that you've joined.
It's all three factions apparently,
Oh,
like thing because I've had to get permission from all three to access the like vault or something, some sort of vault that they will share after some war. I'm just giving spoilers out here, there, and everywhere.
yeah, yeah,
Most people would have played more than 8 hours anyway. I'm sure.
yeah. But my issue is I just explore everywhere. Do you remember that time when you played Resident Evil 4 and there was an alleyway that you just had to run to the end and go through the door, and then you were just walking into all the walls going, oh, there must be something here.
Yeah,
And it took you about 4 times longer than it should have to run down an alleyway. That's what I
yeah.
do on games like this and Skyrim.
Well, in Oblivion, I never even activated the Oblivion gates or anything. I activated them and then died and then reverted to a save before I activated them and just went, like, stuff that, I'm not activating them anymore. And just played everything in that game and never did the actual Oblivion Gate story thing at all, ever.
The main story.
Yeah. And I
Right?
played that game for absolutely, I played that game so much that I got to the point where I could go inside a building and then, like, not in building, go inside a city and jump over the city walls outside into the main world like I was like Superman or something, and nothing would have loaded.
I remember you did that
Yeah,
on, I
because you
think it was,
just jump everywhere.
yeah. God, Oblivion was so good.
It was great because they didn't cap any of the stats, and all your stats were just done by how much you'd used that ability. So if you
Yeah,
crouched all the time, you'd be able to, your stealth stat would be through the roof. If you jumped all the time, you'd just be able to jump about 1,000 feet in the air, which is what I ended up being able to do.
it's just I had that mission where you had to steal a skull from some goblins, and you could either put it in the opposite goblin camp and watch them fight, or you could just kill everyone. Oh, it's a good game, Oblivion. Maybe I should re-download it.
I I think that what they could have done better with Skyrim, with Starfield though, is they've got a lot of planets, but a lot of them are quite empty.
I was gonna say, like the one I'm on now, yeah, it's the first moon or planet or wherever you go
Yeah.
to, and it's just rocks everywhere.
I think they would have been better off scaling stuff down and having each have fewer planets, so maybe only have 10 habitable planets and have them be actually filled out like how, say, Skyrim or Oblivion is.
Yeah,
I think
this
that would have
is
been
this is one of the
better.
reasons why I prefer Skyrim and Oblivion to like Fallout, because I find Fallout to be really empty.
Yeah,
Obviously, because it's like post-apocalyptic,
yeah,
but it's just you're just running through like wasteland. And I know if you think about it, Skyrim and Oblivion are the same, but the scenery's just nicer to look at.
yeah. That is, yeah. I think that's my issue with it. Like when I've been going around on Mars, it's just like, it's just rocks and gas that smells and kills you.
Oh, lovely! I look forward to that when I get to Mars.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Spoiler alert: Earth is just screwed.
Yeah,
Like
I've seen like a couple of pictures of it on Twitter.
no, there's no water on Earth anymore. It's just absolute wasteland.
Hmm,
Yeah, which is very
interesting.
weird. But then it's like, it says that it's got no magnetosphere, so like stuff was stripped away from it or whatever. I'm thinking, okay, yeah, but I can land on Mars, and Mars basically has no magnetosphere either. Yet you've got human activity and stuff there. So surely, if we've got the technology to survive on Mars, we'd have the technology to survive on skanky Earth.
I don't know. Maybe the
Maybe
billionaires just ruined it so bad that there was just no coming back.
all will be revealed later in the story. I hope.
I'm sure it will be,
Yeah.
and I look
I
forward to
try.
getting there.
I tried to land in Southampton, but yeah, it was just rocky wasteland. Couldn't see any landmarks or anything. You know, the developers need to try harder.
Yeah, it sounds like Southampton as it is now.
A rocky wasteland.
Yeah, filled with traffic lights.
So what would you say about Starfield? Do you so far would you say you are game playing it, or just you're going to game past it now?
I'm going to gameplay it.
Yeah.
I feel like the only people that would game pass it are people that just play online shooters
Hmm.
or bought games,
Yep.
or people that just like linear story-driven games.
Yeah. I'd probably agree. I think anyone that likes Bethesda games will absolutely love it.
Yeah,
I think anyone that likes sci-fi sort of
space.
RPGs, space stuff, like anyone who's like played Mass Effect and things like that, I think will enjoy it, because it almost feels to me like what Mass Effect promised but didn't actually end up delivering. Because like Mass Effect was like, oh, go to this planet, and then you land in your rover and you drive around and there's nothing to do. It's just like
Never played it.
it's all right. It's not. It's not. It's well, there's no point playing it now because Starfield exists and it's just a better version of that similar concept. So
Yeah, just have to see how the story goes, I guess, because
yeah,
Bethesda, they're a bit hit and miss with their stories sometimes.
yeah. Maybe we'll have to come back and do another video in like 6 months' time when we've both
Yes.
played it to death, and we'll be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, this.
Yes.
But for now, I will say gameplay as well.
Excellent. Yeah. So our first gameplay Game Pass video in 6 months,
Yep.
and it's a gameplay.
Yeah. I can't believe it's actually just like I can't believe that Microsoft have actually started releasing massive, massive titles like Starfield. It's not often you get a game of that sort of scale and hype in the industry when it comes out, and then for them just to basically just give it away for free on a service is crazy.
Yeah. You could have paid £30 for it and got it a week early.
Yeah, but you don't have to. Like that's what I'm
No,
saying. It's
yeah.
like it's it's crazy. Imagine like back in 1997, Nintendo just being like, "Oh yeah, here's Mario 64 for free. There you go, have it."
I mean, it is for free, but it's not for free.
Yeah, I know you pay the subscription, but
Yeah.
it's nothing. It's not even the price of one game a month.
Yeah.
Like you think you would normally like, well, me personally, I'll be like, I'll get myself one new game each month on average. If there's not a game I like, obviously I won't bother, but that's sort of what budget I allow myself. But Game Pass is might as well just pay that because it's like $20, which is nothing.
I think Game Pass is very, very worth it. Out of all the subscription services I have,
Yeah.
Game Pass is probably the most worth it.
I don't know how they're making money off it.
Well, they are, I think, aren't they? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Mental. See, I would have loved them to actually have released Starfield on PlayStation and just had everyone on PlayStation having to pay like the £50 or $90 for it, and then just everyone on Xbox being like, "Yeah, got it for free, mate."
They might do that with Call of Duty when
Yeah,
this Activision deal goes through.
yeah. I think that'd be hilarious because then how do you justify as like a PlayStation owner, like you just couldn't, could you? Oh yeah, I'm paying all this money for this game, and then yeah, it's better. It's like, well, you could just have an Xbox, or you don't even need an Xbox anymore. You can just buy a Samsung TV and just buy Game Pass and just
Yeah, but
have it on there.
Sony might have done a deal to put it on PS Plus or whatever their service is called.
I don't know. I've not played a PlayStation console since PS2.
Yeah, I think I'm the same. I've dabbled in like PS3 around like friends' houses, but I've not played other than Pro Evolution Soccer. I've not played any like PlayStation games since PS2.
No. All right.
Wow.
Let you do outro if you want.
Thanks for listening to us chat about Starfield. Don't forget to like and subscribe.